I spent most of the last 5 or 6 years working in New York City on Broadway. I had achieved what I believed at that time to be my life's dream. And then it's 2020, the pandemic hits. Before long, I found myself moving back to New Zealand, and the only question was, where am I going to work now? My name's Andrew Allen. I'm the VP of Content Marketing at Crossover, and I live in Auckland, New Zealand. I saw a job ad on LinkedIn, and I heard about Crossover, and I thought, this place looks worth my time. I'm going to give this a shot. I blazed through all the tests quite easily. The next day, I met the hiring manager, and on the spot, he offered me the job. In New York, when your product is a story, in fact, your product is the best stories in the world, you have to have an incredibly high quality bar for every piece of work that you produce. And I think that's probably why I ultimately got hired. So when I actually started the job working for Crossover, I was immediately struck by 2 things. The first was, this company has an incredible story to tell. And the second was, they have a knack for identifying what people are good at and empowering them to run in that direction. One of my favorite examples is, I remembered some issues that I had during my application where there were things that weren't clear to me, and I suggested, hey, what if we had videos that accompanied the various steps of the application? I was told, great, how much money do you need? I discovered immediately that the resources are there if the vision is there. So my job is to bring the vision. But it was in the middle of the pandemic, and how are we gonna shoot something? We really wanted to put a person in there, and I volunteered. I ended up starring in these videos, and I gotta say, it never crossed my mind when I took the job that I would end up using such a completely different side of myself. And this is the first job that I've ever had that actually used every single tool in my toolkit. When we encounter a new problem, my job is to say, what is the best solution for this? And then how can we get there? So for me, being a creative person, I can't think of a better scope to be given. I'm so excited to continue telling the Crossover story because it has changed my life. I didn't think I could be happier than working on Broadway, but I found out that I could be. My name is Andrew Allen, and I was living the dream, but my life is even better now because I got hired on Crossover.